I can't stop. I can't stop my hands from shoving food in my face.
Well, of course you can't stop. These are the world's tastiest party dishes, after all. No matter how full you feel, you can't help but continue eating such exquisite delicacies. That is what I cook, the world's tastiest dishes.
You're not eating? Then I'm gonna eat all this by myself.
I'll make lots more in the kitchen, and then I'll bring it all out here, okay?
Hey everyone! While we're at it, why don't I take pictures for you guys? Wow,
Come on.
Don't stop me! Shit!
What?
What? Impossible! Shit!
Quiet. What did you say?
come on! Say cheese!
What?
Hey,
Everyone, calm down! Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? Ow!
Turn the damn lights.
you guys? Where are you?
Perhaps the break.
Hold on a sec.
Hey!
Huh?
Yay!
Hey.
Huh? What? Are you stupid? Oh my!
What happened?
Huh?
Hey.
Then...
Shit!
Jeez!
Well, guess that's about... Sorry. Yep.
Nope. I think...
Hey. That's...
It is strange. That's weird.
Hey.
Huh?
Well done.
It smells...
Well... Yes!
It's not like that. Wait.
Why?
What is this?
Hey.
Are you kidding me?
What the hell? Thrills! Chills! Kick!
Could it be?
That's right! Of course!
Why?
Phew! What are you gonna do? A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount... Hey, Correct!
That's impossible!
That's...
No!
You can't!
On my grandfather's... On my grandfather's... On my grandfather's...
Emergency!
This is kind of... You ain't my comedy partner anymore.
It hurts so much when you hit me with a charging corkscrew attack!
Fine.
What is...
What's going on?
Understand?
Please wait!
I won't forgive you!
Shut up! Shut up!
Oh, but... No! However...
Yep. There's no mistake.
Well? I know! Pointing!
Man.
Hey. I'll do my best. Yes.
Hey. I won't believe.
You are right. This is the worst.
Allow me to explain. What? Shing!
Hey!
What's this? Damn it!
Hey. Perhaps... But... that's not it.
What's going on? Why? This is the worst. This is the worst. Got it? Hey. Leave it to me. You better do your best. Do you
Impossible! You!
Fine.
Shiver! I won't let you! I can...
Let me act.
What? You will...
Fine.
Hajime. Hey. Thanks. Now then.
It is strange, no?
Perhaps...
Wow! I am ashamed!
No, 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 no! Hey. Well. Man. Eh? To tell you the truth. That's weird. Hey. You're right. Well. Perhaps... Huh? But... Well... Yep. Yep. Hajime.
I see, I see. Yes!
Hey.
Are you serious?
Hey. I see.
I got it!
Yep.
It's a blackout!
Hey, I can't see anything.
It's pitch black! My future is pitch black!
Everyone, calm down! We gotta stay calm in a situation.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker.
Hold on a sec.
Hey. Yep. Hey! Hajime.
the heck?
Hey.
That's right!
Hey. Yep.
Now.
See?
Maybe... I mean... Well...
Hey.
Well...
I see.
Whoa! Actually... By the way... Hey,
I won't be...
so cool!
I see.
Now then. Yep. Hey. Yep. Hey. I see. All right. Hey,
What am I doing, you
We're
under the floor?
Who said it was futile? How did you know?
If it is possible to get under the floor, so I thought...
I see. See? Hey.
Yep.
But... Well...
So... Well? Huh?
Huh?
Yep. Hey.
What are you saying? You...
That's wrong. See? Hey.
I see. I'm glad.
Aha! I have not unleashed even half of my power yet.
Huh? Shut up! Jeez.
with me!
Hey. Hey!
Did you call me?
Hey.
What's this? What?
Well,
This is Loose! I'll leave the rest to you!
jeez. You're right. That's weird. Hajime. This is... Hey. But... Hey. Nope. Yep. Sorry. Hey. Sorry. Hey. Bye now.
So what I mean is...
Alrighty, guys. Now then, at the central island of Jabberwock Island. That, my friend, once you're there...
Are you kidding me?
No way. You are right. I got it!
No way!
Don't fuck with me!
Hey! Hey! Huh? You...
Do you understand?
Wait!
What happened? Now then, let us...
Hey,
Well now. Whoa! What's this? What? You masochistic mask. Special bleeding service! See ya later!
Huh? What's going on?
What?
Hey!
wait, no way!
Stupid! Yep. However...
Welcome! Ta-da!
Why, you... Don't fuck with me!
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule!
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing.
Most definitely! There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you! Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry! I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate monogamy, of course!
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin!
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our mind.
Where we found the body.
Then...
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Obviously, by hiding the body, they tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
Why was Byakuya's in a place like...
His body was under at the very back.
After the killer murdered they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously, by hiding the body, they tried to delay it like a dog burying a bone!
Why was Byakuya in a place like...
His body was under at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when you... Though there was a lot of blood everywhere.
So that's why. Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body...
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya... I can prove it with this! It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there, so in order to get it, he moved...
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items. But how did he notice that there was a knife?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right? Then, instead of knowing about it For example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No.
What?
Of course. I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, Miss must have seen the killer.
But it was so dark I couldn't see my... Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer.
I'm sure Byakuya during the black... That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer.
But it was so dark I couldn't... Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong! No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So... are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way?
Seriously? The kill...
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those That's gotta be it!
I can't back down! Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark! In reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene! Because if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the... In reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene! Because if they used... Then they could have killed Byakuya even in the... In reality, so those goggles were planned. The killer brought them to the crime scene! Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used them, they could have killed Byakuya even in the... In reality, so those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene! Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark... In reality, so those goggles were planned... The killer brought them to the crime scene! Because if they used them, they could have killed Byakuya even if... In reality, so those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene!
Allow me to cut through those words! No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, he found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume!
Plus, Byakuya was... since he was carrying it around before the blackout.
I see. When you put it...
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside...
It would be...
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way!
Crap! I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh!
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic. Not only did he bring a self-defense kit...
That's true.
Now that you mention it, it's one thing to be a little cocky.
He probably knew. Someone was playing.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be?
You think so?
I can prove it with this! Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
The hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are for...
Those are still lies!
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw...
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received it.
If he had, we would have panicked.
So, I see.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Enough already!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
Pardon me.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but if Byakuya was indeed wearing those—
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would...
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance? But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers? I am not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so...
With Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to...
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout. Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the not even before the blackout.
Crap! Since Peko was in the office, she could have caught... Caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it...
Because I was not in not even before the...
What happened to your card?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse!
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that!
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're...
And it's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the...
I see. So there's no...
You locked yourself in the commode?
There's no way she'd actually say that. God.
She locked herself in the bathroom for that.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic...
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a real...
As soon as I stepped into the office, because of that,
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the... Seriously.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating it.
Now that you mentioned, you brought food to the office.
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food house.
I wouldn't do anything like that! Laxatives would ruin the taste!
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating.
Now that you mentioned, you brought food to the office.
Just a little bit from...
There might have been some laxatives in it.
No, that's wrong!
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Peko wasn't the only one who ate that food.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene. Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Is this bickering?
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on—
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the brake.
It does not have to be the brake. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank!
Who tripped the breaker? If you can't answer that, did they throw a—
Maybe they used a remote—
They probably—
It does not have to be. They may have tampered with the power supply.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that. It's just as Mahiru said. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout.
So by leaving those irons on in the store—
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool! Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable! If the irons in the storage room caused them for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage? Then that means everyone who was in the dive when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect!
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't— If the irons caused the blackout, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the iron! Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons— then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the irons!
Damn it!
If the irons in the storage room caused them for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage? Then that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect!
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to— If the irons, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the iron! Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the— If the irons caused the blackout, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the iron! Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't— If the irons, then the killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the iron! Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall— If the irons caused the blackout—
Allow me to cut through those words! The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred. The direct trigger was when the air conditioner—
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m.
I see. When the timer— activated the air conditioners. I see! I understand! Indubitably!
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's time...
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout and...
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful thing.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel that if I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly.
It's alright, because they're just a petty... There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a... In the end, hope always wins.
Nagito?
Huh?
Well, you have been saying this whole time.
Oh, is that so? Well, for now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress. Huh?
Even though we...
Fortunately, despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, but that might be because...
You're changing?
Anyway, I have an idea about... Has anyone thought of... Instead of surviving by...
Doesn't that mean...
Nagito, you guys only think there's something wrong with me. Suspecting each other like... Let's stop this already. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want...
Me too!
Stop it!
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think...
Did you say something?
'Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see.
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the...
Didn't we already cover that?
No, not that.
Let's try examining this.
The diagram of where everyone was standing.
Must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp?
There was a blackout.
I can prove it with this! they didn't turn the desk lamp on. They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Who? You're the only one! Nagito.
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means, the only one who could have felt their way to the table.
That's just...
But still, you had a chance.
I see! Nagito, if so, if you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder... Is something...
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did
You rigged the drawing, didn't you?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but...
If that's the case...
You got us to lower our guard, and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you
Well, just...
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, we investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something!
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to... And of course, After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone.
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table, but with a twist ending like this, Byakuya performed admirably. Just stop it off!
Don't tell me. Is...
Lie? That's outrageous! I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly goose.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
That's quite the hobby.
Hey, Nagito! If you were behind all of this...
Yep. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at.
But why would you send a threatening...
I think... somewhere... Well, I bet if that...
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions. In doing so, Nagito was able to...
That reminds me.
Oh, I get it.
The threatening letter, along with all your...
Yep.
Huh?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well... I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talents. At the time, Hajime said I was lucky. That's why I got...
Enough. That... More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his... That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already.
Please!
Please, let...
Huh?
Is...
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already... If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. For now?
But...
Simply listen. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us...
I think it's strange.
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already come...
That bastard Nagito is the one he killed Byakuya with a knife he...
Oh, never mind. Thanks for wasting our time.
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obvious.
He has already
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with a knife he hid.
No, that's wrong!
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
What the hell are you talking about?
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body...
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse!
Hey, why
Is this what you're trying to say, Miko? As long as we can't prove that the knife is...
What are you saying?
Hey, don't blame me.
Hey, Nagito.
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout.
Who knows?
After all this,
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all...
What happened during the... Ugh! If you cross your...
Don't get distracted!
Huh?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take?
Nobody can see in the dark. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me.
No, that's not it.
Not it.
I can prove it with this! Even if we couldn't see what happened in the... Isn't that right?
Oh,
You were the one who told me, remember?
everyone! Don't...
What the hell? What's this? This...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys?
Well, perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec.
Such perceptive hearing.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face...
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after...
What the hell? What's this?
Ow!
It almost sounds like...
Well, as a sign of respect for Ibuki's I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya. He shoved just as the blackout occurred. I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife, but Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles. That's right. I'm so incompetent.
What the hell? What this? This...
Ow!
After getting shoved out from under the table, I lost sight of the glowing paint. Before I realized it, the lights had come...
Are you saying you're not the kid?
From the very beginning. The idea... to throw up hiding the knife, but unfortunately, my plan failed. What happened after that?
You failed?
Then we're right back...
How can that be? We spent all this time.
Meaninglessness. But you can't give up. Rising to the challenge...
Well now. Now then, what? And of course, you're so...
The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed! No, I'm not, So do your best!
Well, if the knife isn't the murder weapon...
Shut up!
You say you were shoved away?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito...
But there's another... Based on what we've discussed...
Is there something
Well...
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before.
I see! Are you trying to say something?
Yes! Because there were even bloods.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death...
I didn't get any blood up.
You just used something to block the blood.
Something that might have been used. I guess we...
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you...
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have...
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table... That's not just impossible for someone like me.
Then...
Maybe. The killer did...
No.
Even the inside of the... But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand.
Huh? What? Really? I feel like I'm onto something.
Under the table, but not under the table. Moving forward, we should put his...
Got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards. The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards.
I don't know that yet, but... You're the only one! Hey, Gundam.
Referring to...
About that earring.
I said...
About that hellhound earring.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including... However, it's just as the old legend...
Is it safe to say that is... Huh? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the... And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve...
So...
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With true, this is the evil fourth eye. Before the might of the evil...
What should I do?
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you... One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that alone...
There he goes, blabbing about power.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the... If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they pass...
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the... You don't like stab, stab, stab?
I'm not talking... You were saying they snuck under the floorboards, so... Was there any...
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer.
Who wasn't at the party?
I didn't participate, but... I was guarding the entrance, remember? Yes! This Monami over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
Judging from the photo
It obviously has to be him.
Yay!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking... kill you!
See? You're
Yep, that's right.
party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
When they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
The culprit is self-evident.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
The culprit is self-evident.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the...
Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the...
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
No, that's wrong!
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like,
Maybe there really is a secret passage to...
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh, no!
Wow, he got chewed out?
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already could...
Then someone definitely went under the...
During the party. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one...
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it real? It might be better if we
it was super...
It appears the blackened...
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that is like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that is like making... a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
What if they used a light? The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna... What if they used a...
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room like that it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
What if they used a light? I agree with that. I know.
But where could they have been?
There was one nearby for sure. It's the portable stove. Portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's all so. The killer used the portable stove. I see. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke.
Repeating yourself just...
Now then, Hajime. No, that's wrong. Will you be able to... Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway... The reason Kazuichi was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? Allow me to cut through those words!
Nagito, did you forget?
Huh?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about... If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door, so even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the...
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Oh.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting?
You sound so scary. You sure like to piss us off. How about...
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight. More importantly, can you hurry?
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass... We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like...
You're up.
If you think I am, whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at...
You're the only one! Teru. What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer?
What are you... Of course, that's simply my assumption. Objection or not? Because the portable stove... That's it? That's the... You're cruel! Cruel!
For the ultimate,
Call me
if you fall to aspersions like this... That's right. For the
So, what's up? Did you know asbestos is yummy too?
Nagito, why are you...
Let's assume that the killer used a light. And that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, the only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness.
What? That sounds sick. If there was a shining mark like that,
And in doing so...
I can prove it with this! The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah! By using the glowing paint as a target, They were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all—
Well, Teru—
Seriously? I don't— Then can I ask
You
Now, if Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room, and just what did he boot?
What the hell?
Ow. Turn the damn lights on!
You guys? Where are you?
She heard.
Doesn't that prove
That's—
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the—
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed—
Well, it's not that far to move—
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall!
That's right. Teru was in the— No, that's not— Why do you want to keep falsely— It's not like You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just Now, Hajime. Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the book?
There's no way I went to the store. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have a testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor. Is that true, Teru?
Can you... I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
Ooh, I was born in West Asafu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! If Teru was in the dining—
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? What?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse.
However, I am not sure.
Oh.
Why don't we consult—
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
Probably can't.
Oh, crap! I can prove it with this! If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time.
Whoa, what? Don't—
No, this is a— Well, Teru? Huh? It was a pretty clever way of tripping.
How
There's no way it would slip through.
Nagito, say something.
Teru. It It's lonely watching someone I admire reach.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't. It appears he's saying.
You understand?
But it's such a sad defense.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds,
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
after all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
he said, not fine, I got it.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
What a confusion!
The weapon. Huh? Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru!
Avril Lavigne!
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us.
This school trip has a no littering rule.
Island sirens?
Also, I was on guard to which means.
It's probably the.
Teru, just man up. Oh.
He said,
I'm hot and dick! I'm hot and dick! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Where would the weapon be? Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Where would the weapon be? The weapon be? This is the end!
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on...
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything.
That's clearly
impossible. That's what Byakuya and I... But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon is the meat on the...
What now? I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that it... We need to confirm this! So if we eat that tasty-looking...
Alright. Monica...
1 minute.
Wait, hold on.
What are you doing?
Huh?
With I'm all
wait. Now that I think...
Damn it! I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild. My! Look what came out!
Isn't this that? Check it out.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat.
As expected of Teruti.
You're wrong! I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you.
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
He
said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anything.
I guess we need to do that. You need to go.
So, Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall in the party. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioner... Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall in. But when that happened, that item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring when he put on his night vision goggles. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the sword... While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their... The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to... They needed a light source, which was provided... They needed a weapon, too. This had... The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a table. With this, the killer finished their preparations and they probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed. He had to retrieve that knife. The killer lurking beneath the floor. The killer had been waiting in the dark for... After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like afterward. They came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to, especially if that person... Isn't that right? That's what happened. How about it?
This is a mistake. What?
It seems.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a sec. Well, putting that aside... Hey, let's move along now then, please. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you... If you don't vote, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice? correct! Yahoo!
No. You've got it wrong. Hey!
You caught me?
What? Hey! Impossible!
Well...
What?
Amazing! No. See?
You're kidding, right? Man. Wait, no way!
See?
Don't fuck with me!
What? Amazing! Great!
What's going on?
What's going on?
That's wrong. So...
What?
You're right.
Hey!
However...
Whoa!
Nope. Perhaps...
What?
See?
I will guide you all.
Why?
Such despair.
No way.
Someone like me? How unexpected. Well... Isn't that right? Right? Man. Great!
Impossible!
Shut up! Shut up! Hey! Huh?
What's the matter?
No, 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 no.
Hey!
Hey!
Impossible!
Hey!
Why you?
Wrong! No.
That is...
Why? Answer me.
I needed to go back home no matter what! Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me and...
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard.
I'll be fine. I won't lose.
That's why I need to go home! Hey! Oh. Damn it! Wrong! That's why I wanted to go home!
Fine.
I'm sorry. I think I'm the one.
Yahoo! You can't! Jeez! Get out of my way! Well now. Now then, I
Hey! Please!
Let's give it every...
Lie!
Extreme!
Yeah!
Damn it!
How cruel.
What? No.
What are you saying?
Nice! Hmm?
What?
Not fair. Of course. Huh? So
Then...
stupid.
Such despair.
You.
Nope.
Don't fuck with me! What?
Someone like me? Hey. Great!
You fiend.
Hey!
Well... this is exciting!
You pissed me off.
What? How unfortunate. Isn't that right? Hey. Huh?
Please listen!
Let me... You...
Well? Perhaps. I am sorry! Yes.
Like... Jeez.
Well? Right? But...
I'm gonna do it!
Fine.
Is someone watching me?